So yeah, I think the life plan is a really good starting point for schools because it gives them a self-evaluation framework that they can either use for themselves or can be supported through, and they can then have a look at where they are with their learning through the use of learning technologies, and effectively use that as a driver to move the school forward.
I think for my older children it's really great to be able to go in and see the types of work they're doing, which they might not naturally share with me. They'll do that on their own, and then I won't get to see how they're progressing, or even how quickly they're doing the work, if it's on time and things like that. I think from a younger point of view it's brilliant to see the things that I need to remember, so things like seeing the timetables, maybe with diary entries in for reminding me about things they might need to take to school, or just remind me about the curriculum they're following so I can be more involved with their learning and help them to take in extra resources and things like that. So I think social networking they're already doing, even though like Facebook you're not supposed to do anything till you're 14, they're all on it at probably 11, 12. They're also doing things on other platforms and social networking sites that I wouldn't be comfortable with, like Bebo, and I think it's much better that they can be in a very safe place where they can still do those things, and it seems very cool to do those things outside of school, but actually they're in a very nice, safe, protected environment talking to the right people. I think also having the panic button there, that if something's not good that they can report it quickly, which not all sites still have.
It allows students and learners alike to have an environment in which to interact in a safe environment, using the tools that you would see in a typical social network. So it allows them to use what they're familiar with in a way in which they can learn and interact with one another and discover new friends and information.
Children like to show to each other what they can and can't do, and the easiest way for them to do it, such on Facebook, they can share their links, they can share the information that they want to view, and within our learning platform we provide a safe environment that you can do that in a very similar manner to how they currently do this, with their own forms of status updates and obviously sharing content too.
But I honestly think the key thing Life does is to build on the successes that we've already had with the CLC, the previous iteration of UniServity's learning platform, in that where I think UniServity differs itself and has differed itself, and Life will build on, is the opportunities for every school to have a different experience, so choice, flexibility for schools, every user to have a unique identity experience, so within the sort of the learning cloud themselves. And also the opportunity for schools and users to collaborate in the global community that we've got. And we've had that already, but what Live does is to really expand on that, and but also at a value for money. You know, the sort of budget situation we're in currently, things have got to be affordable, and Live represents an affordable options for schools.
I think it's the morphing of what they do in the social aspect with Facebook and with MySpace, but it's now being able to have that in a vehicle which is in the education market. They'll take to it really easily, and it's something that they do on a day-to-day basis. So this is a similar interface to Facebook, to the social networking side. They're going to pick it up a lot easier, and it's going to allow, when I was out in the States, there's a big push for these American schools to want to be able to connect up with these English schools and to be able to talk to peers of their own age group, and be able to interface in a way that they're used to. So I think that'll be a big help.
Well, the Life Learning Exchange, the concept really behind the Life Learning Exchange is a way of providing teachers, learners, individuals to easily share information and resources and get hold of content, resources, people, so they can find that in an easily accessible way. I'm excited about working with commercial partners, because one of the challenges that a lot of schools face is how you integrate a lot of different stuff and technologies within these online learning platforms. Many schools have struggled for years having single sign-on and access through to third-party content and resources, and within the Learning Exchange, once your application or your content is there, you'll simply be able to get access to it, download it and easily integrate it into Life. Enabling teachers are naturally thirsty for information and resources, and they really have a thirst to want to collaborate and find experiences from other countries, particularly internationally. We already have a large number of users in America, Australia, and a number of other countries around the world. but for them to actually practically collaborate and communicate can sometimes be a bit challenging. So the Learning Exchange will allow them to much more readily share information and resources, get access to each other, and have much more meaningful educational conversations in a way that's just not practical for them to be able to do it at the moment. That's the first real launch of the product, where we are looking to really actively engage with our customers.